She made a complaint.
Yo, YouTube, watching muffled screams. Lead. You can't even see that. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. If I could just. If. What the fuck? Oh, it's locked. Muffled screams lead cops to man. Lead. God damn it. Lead. Ah! Leads cops to a man's horrifying secret. Dun dun dun. Ooh, where'd I go? Where'd I go? Ooh, hold on. Boom. Boom. Oh, boom. Oh, boom. Oh, boom. Oh, boom. Oh, hey! What is wrong with me, man? Joe, I already started the video too. What am I doing, bro? Joe, anyways, let's react, man.
It says somebody was in
Sorry.
the basement and they were injured.
Man, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta
Well,
go.
I gotta ask. I mean, because you're making me.
Sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you're making me a little suspicious now.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement. Can we look? No. No.
But why would a crackhead say that about
They're
you?
crackheads, but probably because they want more crack.
He's got a point.
Is anybody on that front porch?
No.
So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music up on every time I hear something?
Oh, Jesus.
When police
What did you
respond
see?
to a report of a
Oh,
woman
jeez.
imprisoned in a local residence, they encounter a bizarre homeowner who says their very presence is putting him in danger, but there's no sign of a woman. It's not until a second call brings them back that the cops go inside and make a shocking discovery that's beyond anything they could have imagined. The following report is based on official police records. On the afternoon of May 2nd, 2023, a woman calls 911 in Cleveland, Ohio.
LeBron!
A disturbing story she just heard from a frightened stranger.
I was just calling because I was at this store, right? And this lady had came out of nowhere and was just like all hysterical and scared and stuff or whatever. I don't know where she went to, but she said that this lady was supposed to be tied up in this basement. Now, I'm only calling because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight knowing that somebody might be tied up, even if it is a lie or whatever. I kind of believe her because the way she was scared. Like, no, she didn't say anything else.
Officers with
How
the
does she
Cleveland
know?
Police Department arrive at the address moments later.
Well, how did she know there was someone tied up, though?
There's music coming from the back. Hello?
After a full 3 minutes of
Damn,
knocking, the
3
police
minutes?
finally get a response from inside.
Bro, y'all can't be here like this. You can't be here like this, bro.
I'm just knocking on your door.
I understand that, but you making me hot.
What does that mean?
I'm about to come out.
All right, come on out.
All right?
How you doing, sir?
Y'all can't be out here like this.
Just so you know, everything's recorded.
Listen,
Yes?
turn those cameras off, please.
Well, what's going on?
Can you please turn the cameras off?
You have to give me a reason, and I can't.
You guys are making my spot hot. I work for you guys, okay?
What?
Long story short, I work for you guys. Please get out here. You guys are blowing the spot up. All right?
Who do you work for?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
I cannot tell you that because I'm not allowed to tell you that. Okay, so just understand that.
Well, here,
Go home.
we have a call. Here, sir, let me just tell you why we're here, and then we'll leave. It could be nothing. I don't know. I don't know anything about you.
All right, I'm just saying y'all can't be here. Y'all making my spot hot. All right?
After pushing the cops to leave, the man finally asks what brought them here to begin with.
What was your call about?
Did you have a female here earlier that was a white female in a black coat?
Hell no, bro.
All right. Well, here's the complaint.
What's the complaint?
She made a complaint that says somebody was in the basement and they were injured.
Man, that. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta
Well,
go.
I gotta ask. I mean, because you're making
No,
me.
sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you're making me a little suspicious now.
Man, listen, you need to leave.
Not only do the police stick around, more of them soon arrive.
Oh my gosh, there's so many people here.
Oh, it's no big deal, man.
Man, it is a big deal.
What?
I'm trying to tell you guys to up.
Oh, he's chatting.
The lady's tied up in the basement.
There ain't nobody
He's to the
tied up.
chatting. Why you wearing all red like that? Why you got the Dewey on?
Because I say so.
Got a Dewey?
Someone tied
No,
up.
that's the,
No.
What's your name, buddy?
you know.
Bro,
What do you mean you can't tell me that?
I'm trying to tell you I'm a confidential informant. That's all I have to say. You guys are bugging right now. You guys are
No,
bugging.
that's not all you have to say.
That's,
Who told you that?
I can't say nothing else.
Well, if
Please.
there's someone tied up in the basement, we have
There's
a problem.
nobody in the basement. I just did what I
So
really.
why can't I look?
How do you?
All that stuff that went on in the past with those 3 girls, man, we got to take this seriously.
What
and
3
look into
girls?
it.
What 3 girls?
Gina,
I don't know them.
all
Man,
that
y'all-
stuff.
you
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
though?
I'm
If we
not-
don't take this seriously,
I'm
there's
about
something
to
going on.
I'm about to give you my social security number.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. Stop. Please don't
That's
do
all
that.
right.
Please
We're
don't.
not going in without you.
Yeah, you can't do that. Tell him please not to do that.
While the man appears to
Okay,
believe
hold on. What's that
his-
cop trying to do?
Security number.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. Stop. Please don't
That's
do
all
that.
right.
Please
We're
don't.
not going in without you.
Yeah, you can't do that. Tell him please not to do that.
While the man appears to believe that his status as a confidential informant puts him above suspicion, the police don't share that view.
See, actually,
Smith, please. No.
Which
please.
Smith?
Detective Smith.
The one in.
Second district. Okay, that's how you know I'm not.
Okay, well, I guarantee.
His phone number's right here.
No, no,
Look.
listen.
I'm not
We'll
gonna
call
play
him.
with y'all.
Listen, we'll
Don't
call
call
him.
him. Don't.
Well, why
Don't
wouldn't I
call him
call
here.
him?
Don't
Listen,
call him
will
here.
you stop talking for a
I
moment?
can't, bro. My life is on the line.
Who's on the line? All you had to do was talk to us. You're the one who came outside.
Y'all don't know what's going on, baby boy. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
I got
once
drug
again-
dealers and everything that drive past here, and I got 5 cars out here.
All right.
Y'all about to get me killed out this.
Well, why are you acting this way?
How you understand why I'm acting this way, dude? No.
If we have to call Detective Smith and say, hey, do you think this guy would have a girl tied up in his basement?
He's gonna say no.
Is he?
100%, bro. I just.
He's
left.
willing to risk his career for all that?
You think I'm? Oh my gosh, you're gonna take a crackhead's word over Detective Smith's word, right?
I haven't spoken to Detective Smith.
Well, you're gonna talk to him. He's gonna let you know what's going on. I was down there for an hour with him yesterday.
Okay.
I just left my probation
But
officer.
why would somebody say that?
Crackheads.
But why
Yeah,
would
like, he's got a
they
point.
say that about
No,
you?
I'm not saying he's in the. No, I'm not saying he ain't doing anything,
You
but
have crack?
No, I'm not gonna. Why would I say that? Why would you ask me that on camera?
I don't
Why
know.
would you do that to me? I know I don't have no crack.
It's my job. Well, why would the crackhead be here then?
This man is wild.
And the most confidential informants don't come screaming out the back door, I'm a confidential informant, do they?
Despite the suspicious circumstances, the police sergeant lets the man, Delonte Edmund Geiger, go back inside his home while the other cops contemplate what they've heard.
You ever like actually dealt with a confidential informant?
Yeah. And every time they're up to no good and they're confident, that's what they do.
That's how they act.
That's how they act. So, I don't know what's up. My only fear is there's somebody really in the basement.
I actually think he's freaking out like that because he's
Up to no good.
yeah.
He's gonna let us in. He's real sketchy. He said meet another guy, but
That's not sketchy, bro.
It's a training thing. And then these guys will
it's not sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, I believe him.
for help.
Like girls,
Could I, right?
What the fuck was that?
Training thing. And then these guys will wait that back door in case you scream for help.
Like girls,
And then these guys will wait that back door in case you scream for help. You scream for help.
Like girls,
Oh my god, I just fucked my shit up.
Like girls, Like girls,
Could I, right?
Like girls,
Could I, right?
My bad.
Could I, right?
Fuck Otter. Hey.
If it's a joke,
Hey.
it's one that will become much less funny before this day is through.
Hey, you mind if the record goes?
No, dude. There's too much going on. No.
All right, stand outside. Leave this crack though, in case we scream.
Nobody about to do nothing to y'all, dude. You guys got guns.
No.
No.
Seriously.
No,
Just a crack. Just in case we scream for
No, bro.
They're not coming in. Oh, you have my word.
Boy, slow down.
Let's just start screaming.
With that, the police go into the residence, and as the sergeant checks the basement, his backup waits upstairs with Delonte.
I got PTSD.
All right.
I've been stabbed 7 times, shot twice.
Well, have we done any of that?
No. It's just, honestly, I'm trying to change my life and work with the police. And like, I just.
Nah, me too, bro. Smoking?
Turn that down for a minute. There we go. Actually, turn it off until we leave and then you do what you want. That way I can hear everybody.
Please.
Me.
All right, so what? Someone just pissed off at you or something?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Big love, buddy. Never come back here again. Okay?
You want to back?
I have in your hand.
Oh, listen.
I got scratched.
Like what? Yeah.
I'm about to walk to the store right behind you guys.
Okay.
Oh, nothing down there.
Here, Bob.
Where are they at? Where is this?
Okay. I know.
As it turns out, the cops will be back sooner than they may have thought.
thought.
That evening, a woman tips them off that Delonte showed her pictures of a woman being tortured and zip-tied to a chair,
Well, he's fucking
warning
dumb.
that he would soon do the same to her. The police go back to the house at midnight, and once again, it's not easy to
Oh,
get
jeez.
someone to the door.
Hey, Sergeant Everton, please.
Yes. All right, so I appreciate this. There's a lot of police. Yeah, you know my nerves. Shit. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Same people.
You know, I'm in the overtime now.
I need y'all to come through the back door, okay? Is that cool?
Yeah.
You sure? Yeah. That's sure. Sorry for not letting you in earlier, bro. Sorry for my attitude, okay?
It's all good.
Give me 5 seconds.
Maybe the back door.
Oh, y'all.
The police head around the house to meet with Delonte,
Back
but as one
door.
officer stays behind, he hears some loud movements coming from within. Delonte
I don't hear
soon
anything.
lets the cops in, and they head
Sorry,
straight down to
casino,
the
not
basement
actually
to
in
continue
shit.
the search they cut short this afternoon.
So, if you smell bleach or something, my nose doesn't always look good.
Okay.
No, I'll cop. Fire him. Oh, well, you gotta ban him.
So.
The basement again seems to be absent of any victims, tied up or otherwise, but this time the cops are determined to search the entire house.
My
My
dollhouse.
dollhouse.
Tools all over. Y'all better see tools all over here.
Close.
I'm about to close the door on you. There's another door behind this door. Okay?
I hang out up here because this is rather fresh.
Over where you got this section. There's no body there.
Hold on now.
Blood right here. There's some blood.
Hold on now.
Like dried blood, I think.
This might be
There
cooked.
doesn't appear to be anyone else in the house, but suspicions
Suspicions
are
are
mounting.
mounting.
Not the least because Delonte has decided the search requires an extremely loud soundtrack.
Just turn it down. Did you guys find anything? Sir, turn it down. Let's do it. All the way down. Please turn it all the way down. Did you find anything? Sir. Yeah, it's something on the floor, but yeah, no.
I'm going to see something. I'll turn the music down.
Can you turn the music down? Can you?
Still wait, so.
I don't even care what's going on. Okay. Just put the handcuff on.
No, turn the music off.
Oh shit.
With the newfound silence, the police turned to Delonte, determined to finally get to the bottom of this runaround. But even on a day filled with rumors, strange claims, and unsettling
Upsetting
tips,
tips.
none of them are prepared for what comes next.
Man, it's not even gonna be that menace.
No. So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music up on every time I hear something. Is anybody on there?
I heard
What?
him dragging something out when we went from the front to the back too, just so you know.
Is anybody in that front room? Because I heard voices or movement or noise. Yeah. Who's up there? Who's out there?
Sweating a lot.
What is that? Can you hear it?
What is what?
Who's up there? Where are you at?
She's under. There's a thing under. Remember I shined my flashlight when you guys went back there?
Alright.
Police.
Oh shit.
Alright. Yeah, I heard him sliding something under there when you went from the front to the back. Where you at? Where you at, man?
We're looking. How you got this? It looks like. Oh my God. Radio Silence.
I'm paralyzed.
Alright.
Okay.
How old are you?
What the?
6-year-old female.
Oh my God.
6?
Yes.
Are you injured besides that?
I'm paralyzed.
You're paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed.
What's your name?
Cheryl Cyrus.
Did she say Carol?
Carol? Alright, Carol.
No, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Yeah. My legs out. How long?
We got EMS coming. I don't want to move you because I don't
shit.
want to hurt you more. Can you breathe?
I can now.
Okay.
Wait, is she in the whole box?
The police escort Delonte out of the house as they try to make sense of the bizarre discovery they've made on his front porch.
Cheryl, do you know, is there anyone else here with you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cheryl, how long have you been there, honey? Lucy, for how long?
I don't know. It hurt.
You hurt? Alright, we want to get you out of there, but I'm afraid to move you. I'm going to let EMS do all that, okay?
It hurts the best.
What did he do to you? He did what? Hey, Scott, you want fire to come? At least get her upright. They can put her on the backboard. I know, if we get fire here, they can over here. No, but we got no ETA on EMS. There's no dispatch. Huh? Did he stab you? Where did he stab, you think? Your arm? Did he sexually assault you at all? Do you know how long you've been here?
Oh shit. God damn.
One day?
No,
But even
how long
with
has she been
Cheryl's
in there?
Cyrus somewhat responsive to their questions, there's nothing that can fully explain what's going on.
Unless he does.
Dude, there's a lot. I don't even know where to begin. This might not be the only victim. But we just searched the house and we didn't find anything else.
As rescue personnel get Cheryl free of the box and transported to the hospital, police conduct another search of the home.
What else they find?
Oh, Jesus. Cat scared the hell out of me.
Man, they just said that old man. That's what they showed in the beginning, trying to make it seem like.
There was a pink hoodie, that was it. Pink hoodie? Yeah. She say? Was this room or?
She just said that like he was transporting her from like basement up here, like that there was going to be an AK-47 in here, drugs.
Yeah. We might have to pull it apart and find a
Oh
serial number.
shit.
There's no sign of any other
Yeah, a
victims
big
in
ass
the
gun.
house, but the one they did find will give detectives
There's
more than
enough
enough to
to
discuss with
about
Delonte when they visit him in
Delonte.
jail the following night.
Obviously, we know some bad things did go down today. Do want to give you a chance to go over
Confidential informant for Detective Larry Smith out of the second district.
Okay.
Okay.
How long have you been doing that for?
About a week and a half now.
Okay.
About a week and a half. And
He's chatting.
I wasn't going to kill her, though. I wasn't going to. I've been feeding her, and you know what I'm saying. But I just can't have her out on this. Because I'm working with Detective Smith, trying to get him together. 5 AKs, 4 Glocks, 3. That's supposed to be going into the valley like next week.
Possess more than 10 guns, buddy.
Red, moves 6 ounces a day on coke crack. And I'm trying to get him those descriptions of ounces a day.
Oh, he's snitching. He's cooked.
Oh, that is that, and you know what I'm saying? If I was,
You found out that what?
that the lady that what I was taking care of in my house is a rat, and if she didn't get back out on the street, I'd be exposed.
Delonte, who calls Cheryl Cece, claims she's an addict, one among many who frequent his house.
Well, she's always at my house smoking dope.
Okay.
So I take care of everybody on the streets, all the fiends. That's where they live at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Long story short, that's ground zero for the crackheads.
According to Delonte, the entire situation began on April 27th, 5 days before police showed up at his house, wanting to search the basement. In an incident partially corroborated by police records, the car Delonte was driving was pulled over by vice cops. He says Cheryl was in the car as well.
I left my house, and before I got 4 tires on the street, the police is hitting the block. I don't know what's going on. I'm swerving around. I'm on the sidewalk trying to get around because I don't know what's going on. Guns in my face. Get out the car. Get out. What are you guys doing? Turn the car off. Empty out your pockets. I ain't got nothing, bro. Y'all tripping like y'all just duck. Like, what's going on? I had to steal it. Oh, yeah, you know, we can get you for this. Since that dope is right here, we're going to get you for that, man. Listen, bro, I cannot go back to prison, bro. What do you need me to do?
Delonte says that was when one of the detectives took his phone, programmed his number into it, and told him, "You're working for me now." But it was how the police treated Cheryl, the woman they would later find in a box on his front porch, that really got his attention.
Detective told her, thank you, bye. Okay. Detective Smith said, thank you, bye. Keep on walking. Okay. Listen to the detectives as we all got out the car. Detectives like, you can go, thank you. Okay. You ain't even get searched. It's credit about $200 worth of dope in the car and scale, and they didn't even get searched.
He concluded that Cheryl had set up the traffic stop and would now know that he'd been turned into a confidential informant for the police. The next time Cheryl came over to his house, he decided he couldn't let her leave.
I feel like my life is in danger, bro. People have tried to kill me 3 times already. You feel me? I've been shot in my
Okay.
my underarm, blood, all type of weird. It's crazy. I felt like I was gonna die if I didn't hold her for like 2 days and tell her, like, let her know what was going on. I beat her up, I fed her, showered her, all type of weird shit. Made sure she ate. But I just could not let her go back on the streets and tell everybody that I was working for y'all.
Everything that went through, like the time where you and Cece were.
Like, I don't inform him, man. This dude's ass at his job.
I just punched on her, slapped on her, till her good. Punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her, moved her from the basement to another room, fed her, showered her, gave her some water, put a blanket over her. I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
No, that's fine.
What I said? No.
Okay.
Is that what you about to ask me?
No,
No,
like were you giving her drugs and stuff like that?
why would I give her my drugs? Why the would I do that? Hell no.
Alright. So at any point was she asking to leave? Different
Probably.
things like that?
She has nowhere to go.
Okay.
She has nowhere to go. All she was just asking was why. Stop. I won't do it again. I'll never tell. Blast, please. I'll never tell. I know I deserve this, but I'll never tell. Like, that's a code in the streets.
While Delonte speaks to detectives, Cheryl lies in the intensive care unit on a ventilator in what the hospital classifies as declining critical condition.
But dies, isn't she?
In addition to being on dialysis, she's
I know.
suffering from swelling to the head
Yeah,
and
there's
brain,
no way she
broken
lives.
ribs, a collapsed lung,
Yeah, she's.
and multiple spinal fractures.
God damn, she is cooked. Yeah, okay. I'm guessing she actually usually ends up saying, like, usually they end up saying something in the title that proves, or like, no, what's the word I'm looking for? In the title that no, that, and then identifies that they died. That they died. Is that right? No, I don't think so, but.
But according to Delonte, it could be worse.
Don't kill it. Would have been dead. Long story short, if I wanted to kill her, she would have been dead. So facts.
Delonte says that,
Facts.
among other things, he had Cheryl sit down and write, "I am a snitch, and I am a rat."
The fuck?
over
Yo,
and over
what?
again.
Yo, feels like I'm in school. You get in trouble. You've ever had that shit before? You ever got in trouble in school and they make you write I won't do it again, I won't do it again, or like a sentence and they write it over and over and over again? Because I've dead had to do that shit before. I was like, man, come on, bruh. Like, at least let me write some actual bullshit. They dead at me, right, again and again and again. They're like, I won't do it again, I won't do it again. Or like, I shouldn't have done this. Some shit like that, just keep writing it over and over and over. Like, goddamn. Was I getting tortured? Probably
It's worth
not.
noting that while the police report from the traffic
Like,
stop
over and
identifies two
over and
passengers,
over.
neither of them were named Cheryl.
So when and stuff like that, they
They actually checked the basement.
Yeah.
She wasn't in the basement. She was upstairs laying down in the bed.
So,
No, we went down in the basement.
So let me ask you, because there was a moment in time, I wasn't there, so I can't speak on it or anything. So there was a moment to where like you were still inside the house for a little bit. Did you have to call anybody to ask if you should let the cops in or anything like that?
My detective.
So then at that point, he told you just to let them in if they want to check the basement.
Yeah. He said they're not gonna. He said case like a matter like this, they're not going anywhere until you let them in the house and check the basement. If you don't, they're just gonna come back with a search warrant and check it anyways. I said, all right, bad. Good. 5 minutes. Fella didn't come in 5 minutes. Took me 3 minutes to put her upstairs in the bed. 2 minutes to let them in the house, and 1 minute for them to not do their job and go home. Well, they only just wanted to search one room. They searched that one room. She wasn't here, and they left.
Okay.
Stupid deal.
Alright. So
Right? You should search the whole house.
Yeah, I really should have. It's just the whole house. You were already in there.
Okay, come on in. Check down in the basement. Nobody's there. See you later, sir. Job.
He's not lying. Yes, motherfucker let you search the house. You should have taken advantage of that shit. Might as well just search the whole fucking
Close open
crib.
the refrigerator. It's a horrible job on the golf course. Horrible job on the golf course. I'll be the first to say it. A missing body.
Yo, he always making the sounds like that.
Do you think so?
yeah.
All right. Well, next time take it serious.
After accepting Delonte's feedback on their police work, the detectives move on to the
No,
second
like not
missing
lie. It's a
person
missing
that
body.
night.
You always don't even search the whole crib and just to the suspect.
The first time the police came, you said you moved her upstairs, right? And then she was upstairs. Obviously, the second time the police came, she was in that tote. Right? How did that go down in between there?
Well, they really wanted to check upstairs.
Right, but I'm saying, how did she get in there?
I put her in there.
Okay.
Put her downstairs.
I put it in like
No anything else.
Why'd you have the
like
music
duh.
going so loud?
Just in case if she made noise, they wouldn't hear.
When Cheryl improves to the point that she can speak to detectives, she tells them that Delonte, who was her dealer, turned on her and accused her of being a narc. Over a period of days, he beat her, stabbed her,
Yikes.
dragged her across the floor,
Yikes.
broke a television over her head,
What the
and put
fuck?
her in several different containers. She says he also poured water on her to the point she couldn't breathe and fed her addiction so she could endure the pain.
Joe.
Even still, Delonte appears hopeful that this will mostly blow over.
Are you gonna try to help me or not?
Well, like I said, it'll go from there once you see the judge and like the case starts moving forward.
No, but you guys have to talk to the judge though and let her know that I am a confidential informant and that like I am working with the police. Like I understand I'm in trouble, But what I need you guys to do is like,
Well, I'll put in the paperwork to let them know.
you know what I'm saying? Because I like doing my job. I like my job. And like, I don't want guns on the streets. I don't want.
Y'all, what the fuck is this down here, by the way? Y'all gotta help me. Cause I know, buddy, no. Just cause you're a confidential informant, I don't think that means you can just kidnap somebody and keep them there, buddy. I guess unless you're told to, but something tells me.
Believe it or not, if I get a bond, he'll come buy me out. You know what I'm saying? So I just need a bond. And DT Smith will come buy me out, and I'm going right back to work.
But that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't.
And Delonte is soon informed that his bond will be set for $750,000. News that he responds to with a middle finger at his hearing. 11 days after his interrogation, he's still in jail when he speaks to his mom on the phone.
You think they'll lower my bond? If they lower my bond to like 200,000, dude, I got enough collateral to buy my stuff.
Damn, hold on, I gotta keep it, bro.
I already busted the bills by the way. He said, just bring me my collateral, bring me my dump truck, bring him my trailer, my tools, and I told where I had to put one of my businesses in, and I'm all right. That's what he said. He said you got to run your bond.
We just got to see tomorrow when you go to court. The worst outcome that comes out of this for you might be 5 years in a.
I don't think it's the worst outcome.
But things turn out a bit differently.
Yeah, I don't think
In a
that's...
court hearing 6 months later, Sheriff
Damn.
Cyrus recounted the horrors inflicted upon her and told the judge that she remained 98% paralyzed and dependent on others for her basic needs. Delonte Edmund Geiger pled
Not
guilty
gonna
to
lie, I
one
think
count
I'd rather
of
be dead.
assault, 1 count of kidnapping, 1 count of possessing a weapon under disability.
I'm not gonna lie,
and 1 count of
98%.
tampering with evidence. In November
disabled?
2023, the judge said,
Disabled?
"I've never seen an offense
That's
like
like
this
this
in my
time on the bench."
and sentenced Edmund Geiger
God
to 20 years
damn.
in prison with an expected release date of April.
Shit, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I have 98%
He's currently incarcerated at the
disability,
Trumbull Correctional Institution.
disabilitized.
If you'd
Fuck.
like to see select new videos,
Shit, I'm not
early
gonna
and
lie,
help us
man.
keep
I'd
uncovering
rather be
case
dead, bro.
files
I have to depend on somebody for the rest of my fucking life. Like if I'm 90 years old, 90, like 80, 90 years old. Sure, like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm disabled for 98% of my body's disabled. And I gotta depend on somebody to fucking feed me, shower me, all that. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'd rather be dead. Fuck that. Word to bro.
that rarely come to light. You'll find extra footage